Hello, my name is Tracy Hinkinen. If you didn't watch my How to Put Your Palette Together video, just let me take a moment to say thank you so much for supporting me, for ordering from me, for trusting me with your beautiful face. And it is beautiful. And these products are just gonna make you recognize that beauty all the more. So I am sitting on the floor in my kids' playroom. I was given strict instructions by my 5-year-old that I am not to move that train track. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm in here because it has the best natural lighting. I've recorded this video several times with a ring light, and ring lights just don't do this makeup justice. It's so beautiful and so clean and so dewy, and the ring light just like, it doesn't show all that. So, this is my palette. I choose a double-decker palette. You might have a smaller palette. You might have a bigger palette. I like to have I do actually have a little palette for my purse, just so if I'm doing my makeup on the go. But this is my everyday palette. And so I have my creams on top and my eyeshadows in the bottom. And we're just gonna start going through and applying this makeup. I just realized I don't have eye makeup on. That would make this look a whole lot better, but that's okay. We're just gonna start and we're gonna have fun. So I'm gonna start with my contour. You might have this brush, it's called the detail brush. You might have this brush, it's called the blush and bronzer brush. If you don't have either of those brushes, I'm gonna recommend that you consider getting them unless you happen to have a brush that works with this. I tried to go without and I just wasn't happy with the results that I saw. So I'm a super big supporter of at least getting this brush, because anything I do with this brush, you can actually do with your finger, but this is the magic maker. It blends and makes everything look amazing. So I'm gonna use my detail brush and I'm gonna tap into my contour. The contours are gonna be a little more dense than the rest of your palette. They're not quite as creamy, and so you have to work a little bit harder to get them out. I always start underneath my jaw or my cheekbone. I don't know why. You can start wherever you want, but this is where I start, and you just want to be mindful of where your eye ends. You don't want to go past that eye. Otherwise it can cause everything to kind of sag and droop down. And then I'm gonna take it on my forehead to make it a 3 head. And then we're just gonna go on the jawline. If you want an easy way to remember this, you can think of doing a 3 on your face or an E. Okay? Then, this is the best for contouring your nose. So when you contour your nose, you want to go as close to the center as possible. Oops. Don't read text while you're applying your makeup into your phone. It will distract you. So I have a little bit of room here, and you can even go up to your brows. And we're gonna blend all this. It's gonna look so good. Okay, some people like to go around their lip. You can. And again, we're gonna blend. So any place you place contour is gonna give a shadow. So like it's gonna suck this in, it's gonna shrink down my forehead, and then it's actually gonna make my lips look bigger because it's pushing this back, making my lips protrude out. It's all optical illusions. All right, then I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do my brightening shade. So if you don't remember which shade is which, just look in your color match email. I kind of defined them all for you, but this is the lighter of my 2 highlights. And this is where we're gonna apply any place we wanna bring light and brighten things up. I like to do a little bit of a lifting motion here. It like lifts your whole face. If I still have a pretty full face, even though I'm almost 40, if you're like feeling like you're sinking, don't apply it right here. Just apply it here and then blend, because this whole like triangle thing that everybody was doing for so long, it actually will like slim down your face, which I like. But if you're lacking fullness, you don't want to come all the way down because it can kind of wash you out and make you look even less full. I also take this, why do I keep saying I really gotta stop that. I should take a Toastmasters class. So I take it on my lids, and then I do a little bit right I kind of go all above my mustache area. You can just go in the middle. I just tend to get weird shadows. I don't know if it's my nose shape or what. And then right here. So if you want to get fancy, you can do like a contour snatch. So you can go under your contour with this light shade. We don't need to get fancy here. We can do other tutorials where we get fancy. All right, then I'm gonna dip back in. You can kind of like rub off your contour if you want. Honestly, you don't have to. These brushes are so good that colors don't tend to mix or get messy. So now I'm gonna tap into my main foundation shade, and anywhere I didn't put my highlighting shade or my brightening shade or my contour, I'm gonna fill in. So this is where it's like paint by number. If you want, we can actually draw on your face and tell you where to put each color. But if you just follow what I'm doing here, just think contour, highlight, and then fill in with this, and you'll be good. All right, so I haven't used a ton of product. That's the #1 problem people have, is using way too much product, and then it looks like it actually, like when I would scratch my face when I was using too much, it would wipe it off. That shouldn't happen. So less is more. It's so pigmented. You literally need the teeny tiniest bit. All right, I'm gonna switch over to this brush, and I'm gonna use this end, which is actually the blush end, and I will use it for blush, but it's my favorite for blending. So I'm gonna start with my lighter shades and just blend them out. You can start with your contour too. It really doesn't matter. I'm just in the habit of this. And so we're gonna blend everything together to make it look like skin instead of a bunch of colors on your skin. Contour, you're always gonna wanna blend it up. Don't pull it down. It'll make your face sag. Okay? How simple was that? We literally place the colors, blend, and, oh, I forgot to do my nose. So on my nose, I like to stipple. Oh, I also forgot my highlight shade. Okay, so after you do your contour on your nose, you can go back down with your brightening shade and just do a line in the center in between those two lines. And that's gonna slam that nosy down. Instant nose job. Okay, like I could just go like this. If I want like a no makeup look, I can be done. My skin is evened out, my blemishes are gone. Oh, speaking of, this is Alfred. He's an exit. I don't love him. All right, so I could be done here, but we're gonna dip into a couple more things. So we have blush, bronzer, and illuminator. For my blush, I like to just pinch this smaller end of the blush and bronzer, and then I dab it on and then blend. See how I'm going up here? That's because I want to slim my face. If you want more fullness, start up here and go down to the apple of your cheek. But because I still have these chubby cheeks that I've had since birth, I like to slim my face up by pulling it up. When you first put this on, it's gonna look super bright. It does mellow out as it melts into the skin, which is another amazing thing about when you apply the colors and then blend them. It gives your skin a chance to warm the creams up so that it all blends together so nicely. If you just try and put it on and blend right away, it's not gonna blend as well as if you let it sit there. All right. So now I have cheeks. Now we're gonna go with our bronzer. I have Bella, you may have a different one. Whatever I matched you to, doesn't matter. I'm taking it on the high points of my forehead. I'm not going all the way up here because if I get a sunburn, I don't get a sunburn right there. I get it here. And you don't necessarily have to take it on your nose. A lot of times I feel like my contour gives me enough warmth there, but we're just going on the high points of our face. And then we're using this big end to blend. I always feel like I have to blend this a little more. I don't know if it's because I'm using this end and it's bushier, but it takes a little more elbow grease. Okay, so I have a funny story. I used to work in a restaurant in high school, and they had like a team meeting before a shift, and the manager was like, you know, you guys really need to be using elbow grease when you clean your tables. Like, they need to be sparkling clean. At the end of the shift, I was in the back looking through the cleaning supplies, and she came in and she's like, Tracy, what are you doing? It's like, I'm looking for the elbow grease. I thought there was a cleaner called elbow grease. And she was my high school teacher too. So I'm in her class at this time, and she's like, oh Lordy, help this girl. Okay, so there. Now I just have like a little warmth and sun-kissed, and it doesn't look like I'm living in South Dakota in January. Final thing, Illuminator. You might have angel's dust or angel, I can't remember, or honey, or you may have a powder one. It doesn't matter. You're going to apply the same way. I just tap it on my cheekbones. I like to go above my brow and then under my brow. You can go in the corners. Isn't that crazy how much that brightens that up? And then I go right down the center of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and that's it. Isn't it magic? Like, it's so magic. Sometimes I'll use it on my lips. Oh, let's do, here, this is Frenchie. This is another color that I just love. There's so many, guys. But Frenchie is a little more nude than sandstone, but still gives you warmth. So sometimes I'll just pat it on my lips to give me a little shimmer on the lips. So that's it. It's so easy. Please reach out to me if you have questions. Obviously, I don't have brows or eyes done. I'll do those in a separate video. But I want you to love this. I don't just want you to order once. I want you to fall in love with it and know how simple, looking amazing, and feeling your best can be. So if you're not loving your colors, if you're not feeling like you're getting the right coverage, please email me. That's what I'm here for. We will get you the right colors. I will help you with application techniques. We're gonna get this together, and you're gonna be so happy that you decided to invest in yourself and get this makeup, because it's truly a time saver and a life changer. All right, I love you. Jesus loves you more, and thank you again so much, and I'll be back with an eye video.